Hello, everyone, and welcome to post-result review session for exams that were held in September 24 attempt. I am Rizwan Mania, and I welcome you all to yet another post-result review session for September 24. But definitely, this session will be helping you people for the upcoming attempt of December 24 and even March 25. First of all, I want to congratulate all the students who managed to pass in September 24 attempt. Approximately 90,000 students did appeared for the examination. In total, 107,000 exams were completed successfully. Out of that, 4,000 students became affiliate in September 24 attempt. So big congratulations to all the students who became affiliate and now are part of the ACCA family. And those who have just passed their papers still are not affiliate. So again, you are on the right track, and very soon you will become part of ACCA family as well. Now, for those who didn't manage to pass, definitely this is demotivating. This does affects you a lot, and we as tutors do understand that students do get disappointed. But again, it's not the end of this world. You need to learn from your mistakes, and once you learn from the mistakes, and then when you come back, you are more stronger and you perform really good. So you have to understand this and just learn from the mistakes. This session will help you. The upcoming specific class orientations for reset will also help you. So definitely, I'm sure that you will learn from your mistakes and you will come more harder and will pass with really good marks in upcoming attempt. I welcome the entire VIFHE faculty here as well, and my co-host is Sir Hassan Dosani for this session. As always, the entire faculty is here to help you, to guide you. So the session is basically distributed in three main areas. The first one is the passing ratio, quick discussion in relation to September 24 in comparison to June 24. After that, the experience of those students who really performed well in September 24 will be shared with you people, as this segment always is a very popular segment, because those students who got really good marks in September 24 at WIFI, we invite them, we just briefly discuss what are the best things they did, which will be a very rich source of information for the upcoming student. Lastly, and the most important one, is the Q&A session, where we give you the opportunity to ask questions from tutors related to subjects, and that is where we encourage maximum students to ask questions using the chat box. But due to limited time, we try our best to take maximum questions, but at the end of the day, we have to restrict ourselves. So after that, we recommend students to join their specific class-based reset orientations, where they can further get the details in a detailed way from the respective tutor, and they can ask the questions. I hope my voice is clear to all of you. Sir Hassan, welcome to this session. So can you please confirm, is my voice clear?
Yes, Sir Rizwan, your voice is clear, and hello, everybody. Uh, First of all, big congratulations to those who passed and those who are not that fortunate. We are there, we feel your pain. It is absolutely demotivating, even for the tutors as well. So let us allow us 48 hours to be sad. But after that, I think you guys should gather your muscles again. And let us assure you that Rifi will be there to support you all the way for your December attempt or even March attempt. We are there. It is our mission to make sure that students pass. So our support is always there. You just take one step gather your motivation and restart your preparations, and we will be there to pull and push you.
Great. Thank you very much, sir, for the confirmation and for very good advice for the students. Let's now begin the session formally. Before we jump to the passing ratios, I just want to bring the faculty members in front of you so that whatever question you need to ask, you can ask them. So we have Sir Hassan Dosani, the SBL specialist, I would say the king of SBL. Then we have Ahmed Mumtaz, who deals with AA and AAA at VIFHE for both the language. Then Taha Popatia is for AFM. He's a specialist AFM tutor. Sania Asif, she deals with TX and ATX in English language. Ramiz Arain is a tutor for TX, ATX for Urdu and Hindi language. Ali Amanullah is for Urdu, Hindi, FR. Aisha Faisal is for SBR and FR for English language, followed by Sir Amjad Hussain, who deals with SBR, Urdu, and Hindi. And last, myself for PM, FM, and APM. Now, let's move towards the passing ratio for September 24 attempt. I would request faculty members one by one, as I'll take the name, to just very briefly give their input in relation to the passing ratio and the change compared to June 24. So let me request Sir Hassan to start with SBL first.
All right. So for SBL, this time the passing ratio was 53% as compared to last attempt, which was 52%. So you see an improvement of 1%. So 52% was the highest passing rate of SBL in the history. And now it has broken its own record. And now the passing rate is 53%. Even if you compare the strategic professional papers, SBL has the highest passing ratio, followed by SBR. So this is good news that the passing ratios are all-time high and are yet improving attempt by attempt. So let us take advantage of this momentum, and for December, let us try and avail this window and clear the paper as soon as possible.
Great. Thank you very much, Sir Hassan. Let's now move towards AA and AAA, and we'll request Sir Ahmed to give his valuable input.
Hello, good evening to everyone. And I think AA has seen a massive jump from 44% to 47%, which is very impressive because finally AA is somewhere in line with the rest of the skill exams such as FR and tax. So AA has seen a very handsome jump. And as far as AAA is concerned, AAA for the year 2023 was a very good year for AAA. It was consistent with 34%, but in 2024 AAA has seen a massive improvement from not only from 31 32%. In fact, it has gone up to 37, and now it has gone up to 38%. This 38% is the, again, it's the best ever, if you gather the last 5 years data or more. So yeah, AA and AAA are going in the right direction.
Great. Well summed up. Now let's move towards AFM. Sir Taha, your input for AFM.
All right. So AFM passing ratio has been very good. It is again 44%, which is a very good sign, a very positive sign, shows that students are doing well in this exam. However, this time the exam was slightly difficult as compared to previous 3 or 4 attempts, but still we can see that it has one of the best passing ratios from the professional exams. So it has remained at 44%, which is a very good sign, suggesting that students are on track and they are doing it well.
Right. Thank you very much for your input. I now request Ma'am Sania to share her insight in relation to advanced taxation and as far as the optional professional papers are concerned. So in terms of passing ratio, she's leading at 49%.
Yes, as always, my paper is like amongst those papers who has got highest pass percentage. I'm just talking about the optional papers. And that's basically a kind of exam which is taken towards the end of your professional, academic career. So those who have actually passed their exam of ATX have texted me like that we are now affiliate. So they did not say that we have passed ATX. The obviously the happiness of becoming an affiliate is like quite more. So yes, the tempo of the paper and the tempo of the students is indicating that everything is going in a right direction.
Interesting. That's great. Thank you very much for your input. I would now request Sir Amjad to give his insight in relation to SBR.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the session. And congratulations to everyone who passed SBR. SBR reports a great increase in passing rates. I believe the main idea was the incorporation of pre-populated spreadsheet that plays a very important role. But it seems very good that students are passing with a greater percentage. Now, in this session, from 49% to 52%, I think this is the second paper in ACCA that has reported a massive hike in the passing rate. I think 4% for another paper and 3% for SPR. So it's better.
Great. Thank you for your input. Now let's move towards financial reporting FR. I want to request Ma'am Aisha to share her insight in relation to FR.
All right. So for FR, we can see that earlier we were at 51% and right now we are at 50%. Considering FR is one of the good papers of the skill level, it's always been able to maintain this level. It's always a 1% low compared to 50 or a 1% higher compared to 50. And I would say it always, maintains its mark. So yeah.
Okay. That's great. Now, Sir Ramiz, if you can please share your input in relation to TX paper.
Yeah, sure. So if you see the result of taxation, it goes down by 2%. In last attempt, June 2024, the passing ratio was 55%. That goes down to 53%. But still, the passing ratio of tax is more as compared to all other papers in the skill level. So I think that's a good thing for the students, that if they want to opt the paper, because there is an issue for the student that after part one, when they opt the skill level, so they always try to opt that paper in which they can pass easily. So I always suggest the student that go with the paper of taxation, because it has a more calculation part and it is also easy to clear. As we see that in last 4 to 5 attempts, the overall passing ratio of taxation is more than 50%. That is good for that is the good news for the students, I think.
Right. Thank you very much, Sir Ramiz. Now moving towards performance management. So it remained unchanged. The best thing for me is it didn't went down. So this is good. FM has increased again. This is a huge increase for FM. Previously, we have seen that in this paper, it has gone above 50%. Last time I was a bit shocked why it came down, but again, now it's at its correct level. APM is the most interesting one for me. Again, this time, sorry, Ahmed, I'm 1% more than your paper. So this has never been the case previously, but APM has gone to 39, very close to 40, and this is highest as far as APM is concerned. So I can see a substantial improvement in advanced performance management, and I would say best of luck, Sir Ahmed, for next time. Okay, so let's now move towards the next segment, which is of high achievers. This time, I can proudly say the entire effort placed by all the tutors at VIFHE. I really want to congratulate the entire faculty, the students. Awesome results we have received since morning. Hats off to the entire admin team who gathered the data so far. Still, there are a lot of things to be done in the upcoming days, but so far the results are really good this time. I can see massive high scores this time in September 24. So it's completely teamwork, that brings such great results, because we know team means together everyone achieves more. And that's what we believe at VIFHE. That is what quality does. So congratulations to all the students. There are so many students who have passed. Don't be disappointed if your name is not here. This is just a small list. Very soon we'll be sharing paper-wise list with you people. And again, congratulations to the entire faculty and their support team as well. Now, out of these students, we tried our best to invite different students, but again, I can see this is a huge list of high marks and very much expected position holders. Hopefully in September 24. Last time at WIFI, it was a record that 14 nationwide position came in June 24. So that was a huge achievement, and we hope to break this record this time, inshallah, in September 24 as well. I'll start first with performance management. Talha Jangir, who is from Pakistan, Peshawar, and he secured 91 in performance management, that is PM. Uh, if Talha, you are here, please kindly unmute yourself and just confirm. Can you hear my voice?
Yeah, I'm here.
Great, Talha. Big congratulations. I'm expecting that you will be the position holder, inshallah. Talha, it's a huge achievement to bring 91 in PM. So I just want you to quickly just give three top advices to the upcoming students regarding PM3. I need, but before I allow you to give three, just tell me, you are a working student or you are just a full-time student?
I'm currently a full-time student studying from Peshawar, and I also usually take online classes. I've taken FM previously from you guys, and it was also a really good result. It was really satisfactory, so I also chose to take FPM afterwards then.
Thank you very much. Now, Talha, three top advices that you want to give for performance management, because this is considered to be a hard paper.
Yeah, so PM leans into theory a lot, which was surprising when I came into it because I wasn't expecting it. But the website and the platform that you guys have provided was really excellent, like dividing the courses into subtopics and keeping the class duration short, which was really helpful. So I think like copying the schedule and doing everything that's listed there will be much more helpful than any advice that I can give. Obviously, you guys have such high experience when it comes to these things, and I am so grateful to be a part of this.
That's great. Tala, what quick advice you will give in relation to handling theory in this paper?
Yeah, so I have what I've done is I've taken the classes and I completely skipped the books of Kaplan and BPP and I went straight to the study hub, which has the most updated and recent theory there. And I did that and the MCQs there, and obviously you had explained very well everything, but just to catch the wordings and everything from there,
Mm.
that's what I did, and it helped me a lot because I noticed that some of the MCQs were like a complete copy from the study hub MCQs, so
Right.
it was surprising to see, but yeah, that was how it is.
Okay, that has been a practice of the examiner in the past exams as well. Last thing I just want to ask you in relation to assignments and mocks, how important role assignment and mocks played in your preparation?
So yeah, obviously it plays a very big role because then you know how, like where you stand and how much you know and what you need to revise and give more time to. So I would put it really highly. So once you do cover an area, I would suggest doing the assignments and even the CRQs, all of them, and all the questions provided there, just so you know where you stand and what you need to focus on moving forward.
Great. Thank you very much for your quick input. And I hope that you will succeed in the same way in the future. Best of luck. Big congratulations.
Thank you
And
so much.
I'm praying that you will be, judged as a position holder in Pakistan, inshallah.
Inshallah. Inshallah. Inshallah. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. So this was Talha, who scored 91 in performance management. Moving towards SBL, strategic business leader. Over to Sir Hassan Dosani.
All right. So for SBL, one of our student, Chirag Kherajani, scored a whooping 90 marks in SBL. So Chirag, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Oh, hi.
Hello,
Good
sir.
to see you. So Chirag scored 90 marks, which is absolutely crazy marks for SBL. Chirag is based in United Arab Emirates. So I'm pretty sure that you will be the country place winner in UAE, and you will also stand a strong chance for a global prize winner for SBL. So big congratulations from the entire VIFHE team.
Thank you,
So
sir.
Chirag, you are a full-time student, right?
Yes, sir.
And how many papers you gave in September?
So I gave two papers, SBL as well as SBR.
Yes, you gave SBL and SBR. And can anybody guess how much Chirag scored in SBR? Miss Aisha, can you guess?
No, not really.
All right,
If you could
Chirag,
help.
can you let us know how much marks you scored in SBR?
I scored 99 in SBR.
How much?
Uh, 99.
That is crazy.
99. Oof.
This guy scored 90 in SBL and 99 in SBR.
Oh,
I mean, I've never heard this kind of marks. So clearly, Mr. Chirag is not a normal person. He's a Superman or a Spider-Man or whatever you want to call him. So at the end of the day, you are a star. So coming back to SBL, so how much time you used to devote to SBL on an average daily basis?
So on an average, it was about 3 to 4 hours a day.
And for how many months you were spending 3 to 4 hours?
Since I was doing SBL and SBR together, I had to start early. So it was from 3 months from the exam date.
Right. And from a drafting and a practice side, how many papers did you drafted under time conditions?
I think I drafted about 10 to 12 papers, which included the ones that you shared with us, along with those uploaded on the CBA platform.
Right. So you drafted at least 8 to 10 papers under time conditions,
Yes, sir.
and just one time, or you drafted it several times?
I drafted a few twice, the ones which were important, while the others I just read them through the marking scheme just to make sure of what the language is being used by the examiners.
Excellent. So, and during the paper, how did you manage the paper? What do you think made you score so high marks?
So I think since this is a computerized based examination, your typing speed is really important, and you need to work upon your typing speed to write more number of points, because SBL is all about points. Each point carries a mark or two. Secondly, your answers need to be structured. You need to be on point. Don't exceed 1 to 2 lines per point. Otherwise, you'll lose on your time management. And time is key. And you need to make your time as your friend. And that's it. My paper
And
was relatively easy to manage, so I was able to cover the entire paper in the sequential order.
and did you face any bouncer question or a difficult question? How did you handle that?
Thankfully, this year I did not face any bouncer questions, but my plan to face bouncer questions was that I'll leave them at the end and answer all the questions first, and whatever time's left, I'll allot a small amount of time for the bouncer question, while I'll add more points to the other ones to earn more marks.
And did you really focus on a lot of models?
Not really. My exam had just one model, the BCG matrix, which due to the portfolio management of the products of the company. Other than that, no, it's all based upon the question, and you need to really be well versed about writing on the spot, and you can't depend upon models all the time.
Excellent. So, what I summarize from you is that you did a lot of time-based practice. Some questions you did it even twice. And during the exam, you focused on the number of points. You wrote short points, but you gave maximum number of points. And you did not use models unnecessarily.
Yes, sir.
So, guys, you can see that with this simple approach, Chirag was able to score 90 marks. And I'm sure you adopted a similar strategy for SBR, scoring 99 marks, right? So,
Yes.
again, it's very, very, shocking in a good way. But we are really proud of you, and congratulations once again to you and your family. And we wish you all the best for your future.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much for joining and taking out the time.
No problem. So thank you for your guidance for SBL.
Always
It was
welcome.
really
Always
helpful.
welcome. All right. Over to you, sir.
Great. Really inspiring and motivating. Definitely, it's a huge achievement getting 90 score in two professional compulsory papers. Now, moving towards SBR, Ma'am Aisha, please, you can
Yes.
introduce the student.
Sir, I would like to pull in Chirag again. We will do this with Chirag and Evelyn both because I think we cannot miss Chirag's score, right? It's 99. So that
Okay,
definitely
sure.
needs recognition plus understanding that how he,
Yeah,
managed this.
that's a good idea, but Chirag was not our
Oh, okay. That is the
student, but we
case.
can definitely learn and pick up. Yeah, but we can pick up
Yeah,
his
why not?
techniques and
Why not?
strategies. We are all
Sure,
there
sure.
to help the students, regardless of whether they are our student or not.
Yes, sure. Okay, so Chirag, can you come back online?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Chirag, if you could help us with, certain tips as to how many questions did you end up drilling? Because SBR questions are very complicated in nature, right? So did you target any number of questions like 20 questions or 25 questions? And how many rounds did you do of them?
I actually was left with about 1.5 months for practice for SBR after covering all the conceptual points and the textbook of Kaplan. So I practiced the entire Kaplan exam kit for SBR, and
Okay.
I made sure that I noted down the important points from each question, and I looked at it again when the exam was approaching so that I remember these important points, and whenever these technical questions come up in the exam, I can remember them well.
Okay, that's great. Fair enough. Second important thing I want to know, Chirag, is how many mocks did you attempt?
I actually did not attempt any mocks as such, but I practiced all the papers there in the CBA platform, especially the pre-September mock. That was a really difficult one, to be honest. And yeah, that's it.
Okay, thank you, Chirag. Thank you so much for your inputs.
No problem.
Okay. So, Sir Rizwan, could we now have Evelyn?
Yeah.
Hi, I'm here.
All right. Hi, Evelyn. Thanks for making it up. Evelyn, I have few questions for you. So one, I would want to know that because SBR is so vast and lengthy as a course, how long did it take for you to prepare in entirety?
Hello, Miss Aisha. Thanks
Yes, Evelyn.
for all the support. Yeah, I've been studying this for 3 months since June, actually.
Okay. So that is great. That's great. Some decent amount of input has gone into this. Next, Evelyn, I would want to know your source. What did you follow? What was your source of questions? And again, how many rounds did you do? Because that's again a very important and relevant question. That how many rounds of each question have you managed before the exam?
Actually, I did quite a lot of questions that I can't remember exact. I did quite a lot. And most of it apart from the portal, I also did question from the ACCA hub. That helped.
Okay, that is great. So one thing I always tell my students that if you want to make your passing really easy, then stick to the questions that I have given on the portal, which are roughly about 25 to 28 questions. But yes, if you're looking to rank, then go to Study Hub and you have to be proactive and you have to practice extra questions. So that's great. That's a great thing that you have done. Now, next thing is, Evelyn, how did you manage to retain the knowledge till the exam date? Because we have too many technical points under every standard and so many similarities, and again, then few dissimilarities as well, right? So how did you maintain that knowledge till the exam date?
Consistent is the key. I did watch your video on repetition so that I also revise on a daily basis, especially on your notes that you have given on the portal. That really
Okay,
helped.
so I think revision was the key for you. Again and again, drilling the same content was the key for you, right?
Exactly.
Okay. Now, one more thing that I want to know from you is that how important you think is to actually key in the answers on keyboard rather than just watching the questions.
Practicing question on the question practice platform is essential. I will tell it's really, it will be helpful on your exam date, because on exam date, your finger and your mind should work on a parallel mode. If not, you can't do it.
Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. Now, the final thing, Evelyn, that how many mocks did you practice to get the score?
The mock that I did, maybe 3 to 4 mocks. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. And do you think that mocks help you, like, improve yourself? Like, does it add to it? I mean, does it add to your preparation?
Yes, definitely. Definitely. This is the first time I joined VIFHE, and I would really like to thank all of you, especially you, Miss Aisha.
Thank you, Evelyn. Thank you so much for the feedback and the wonderful tips. Over to you, Sir Rizwan. And congratulations once again, Evelyn, for the amazing score.
Thank you. Thank you.
So now moving towards APM, Federica, if you are here, kindly please unmute yourself, and it will be nice if you can open your camera. I can see you now. Yeah.
Hello.
So once I got to know about your result and the country you belong, so my next, trip that I have to plan is Switzerland. I've heard a lot about Switzerland being beautiful. So marks are superb, and again, I can say that getting 86 in APM, it's a big achievement. So congratulations to you for securing such high marks. Now, how did you manage to handle the preparation of APM? Some key 3 tips that you can offer for students, and also do let me know that you are a working student or not.
Thank you very much, sir. So I'm a working student. I work in audit, so sometimes we don't have so much time to study. And actually, my story starts from a fail, because I had failed APM with 43%. And my first reaction to the fail was, how come I studied all the book, all the theory, and still I have failed? And I think that's the key, because APM is not about theory. I mean, not only about theory. I would say 80% is about application. Everything needs to be related to the scenario that the examiners are throwing at you. So I think my first suggestion is, actually, I took that from you, and is relate the scenario to a company that you know, because they give you a vague description of a company. And if you can relate this to a company that you know that exists in real life, it's much easier to identify the KPI, the challenges, and to make it real. I think it's much easier, and that helped me a lot. And of course, another tip will be practice. Practice makes perfect. I've practiced so many questions. The mock exam is in real conditions, so timing them, and also sometimes maybe not full mock, but just question A and then question B, always timing and trying to achieve as much as possible the points with fast speed. So for me, as I said, because I see some questions regarding the time, I did not have too much time to study because I've been working. So during the weekends and during the evening, I was practicing. I got some days off from work to practice even more, but yes, sometimes it's challenging. So I think that's hard, but that's why I think when preparing APM, we really need to focus on practicing more than learning just and memorizing theory from the books. And for me, yeah, I practice almost all the questions that were uploaded into the platform. And sometimes maybe if I didn't have much time, I would just summarize the point I will make and then listen to the videos and check how to formulate them better. Maybe the evening when I was tired and didn't have too much energy. And maybe the final suggestion that I have, and that's applied to me as well, is don't give up. Because when I got the fail, I was tempted to give up with APM and choose another paper, especially because I felt that I studied that a lot. So I felt it was a bit unfair, my fail. But then I think, as also Sir Dosani said, you have to give 48 hours to digest this, understand what went wrong, and try it again, because it's not impossible. And also something that you, Sir, said in one of the videos was that this exam teach you a lot, not only about the exam itself, but also about, it gives you a lot of commercial acumen, business knowledge, and I think you can apply that not only, of course, in other exams of the ACCA, but also in the work life. So I think I'm so happy to have chosen this, and also, of course, to have chosen VIFHE. And I think without you, I wouldn't have made it. So thank you very much.
Detailed, I would say, experience that you just shared. A lot of questions have been answered that I wanted to ask you. So it was a journey, started with 43 and ended at 86. It's double that you achieved. One thing that I wanted to ask you at the end, and that is, as you just mentioned a lot about practice, so you just realized one thing, that practice is key to pass APM. That's 100% true, I would say. But just tell me, you used to write the answers on CB platform completely, or it was just, thinking about the points, what to write? So basically, as you said, you did all the questions that are available on the portal. And if I'm not wrong, approximately 90 questions are there available on the portal of APM. So it was complete solving of the questions, or it was just thinking about the points and just writing in bullets?
So I tried to do the mocks and some question in the exam condition, especially the marked assignment. But in some cases, I was short on time, so I tried to just put some bullet points. And I was listening to the videos all the time. I think my family knows about your face, all my family members, because I was listening to the videos while cooking sometimes, or while doing other things, because of course, when you work, you don't have so much time. So I was maybe just in 30 minutes, you can read the question, summarize in short points what you would write, and then you can listen to the videos. And it can give an advantage to people who don't have so much time, I would say.
That's great. And once again, congratulations. 86 is a really good score, and best of luck. Are you an affiliate, or you have to give some other paper?
I have to give SBR and advanced audit,
Okay.
but I have to check with when I will be able to sit, but hopefully soon. So let's see.
Okay. Best of luck for your future papers. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now, moving towards financial management. So is Harsh Gupta. I think the student is not available. So marks are really good, 83, and the student was from India. Moving towards taxation, ma'am Sania.
Yes, sir. Okay, so is Roshni available?
Yes, she is.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so first of all, am I pronouncing your name correctly?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Roshni, first of all, many congratulations on having this huge success, 82 marks. I mean, that's brilliant. So the first thing that I need to ask you that are you a full-time student or you are working simultaneously?
No, ma'am. I am a full-time student dedicatedly solely to completing my ACCA course at the earliest.
Roshni, if you can
Okay.
please open your camera, if it's possible.
Yes, sir.
So, so as you said that you are wholly and dedicatedly, please, like associated with passing your exams first. Did you take any other exam besides taxation in September 2024 attempt?
No, ma'am. I solely attempted TX UK in the September attempt.
Okay. So, how many hours did you use to spend considering you had to take only one exam at a time?
Honestly speaking, I just dedicated 2 to 3 hours every day. I made sure that I watched your recorded lectures and subsequently revised the concept. And I would probably say that consistency is the sole key to pass any exams of ACCA.
Yes, and precisely with the exam like taxation, where you have to cram a lot of rules, consistency is the only key which matters. So, just tell me one thing that what resource did you find most useful? I mean, did you follow Study Hub for learning purposes for study material, for using the study material, or you used the e-notes that we provided on the portal of VIFHEs?
Yes, ma'am. I used both. Mainly, your notes were extremely helpful during the crucial point of the exam, and I also made sure that I used Study Hub for revising certain concepts which were trickier.
Okay. So, I mean, you must have used all the features which Wi-Fi was offering to you. Which thing you found the most beneficial?
Yeah, something I would particularly appreciate is that the way the chapters were organized in the portal, because it helped me track my progress so efficiently. And most importantly, they were short recorded videos which are easier to absorb. So that was the very main thing which I would really get benefited from.
Okay, nice to know about this thing. And so, when it comes to practice, did you practice? I mean, how many questions did you practice? Number one, and did you do them on your copy, or you just saw them and learned the rules, or you tried to do a few questions on the portal as well? By the way, what I remember that the mock exam which I checked for you, that was like really amazing, and I did have an idea that those students who really perform well at mocks, they do have bright chances to succeed in the exams, and that's also with the flying colors. But I really want to know that how many questions did you solve, and did you use portal, or you merely used your notebook for solving purposes?
I solely use the ACCA portal so that I'll get a little bit pressure free during the few days of my exam. I at least made sure that I attempted one full exam kit questions every day on the exam CBE practice platform. And when it comes to question practice, I made sure that I aligned with the chapters. For example, if it was inheritance tax, I made sure that I saw the questions relating to inheritance tax. So it was more easier.
Yeah, right. Okay, so in my opinion, as what I've said, that taking a mock exam is the most important thing. But what's your opinion? Did you find taking mock exam to be a helpful tool or not?
Yeah, definitely it would be a helpful tool because you become familiar with the exam format and as well as the timing. And most importantly, it reduces your anxiety on the actual exam day. And of course, you'll be able to identify certain gaps which you really need to improve. So taking mocks is crucial.
Okay, thank you, Roshni, for being a part of this session, and congratulations once again.
Thank you, ma'am. I also wish to extend my thank you so much to you as well as VIFHE for having me here. Thank you very much.
Most welcome.
Right. This was Roshni. Now moving towards advanced taxation, we have Mohammed Wasim and the tutor, Sir Ramiz.
So, Mohammed Wasim,
Sir, can you
are you there?
listen to me? Yes, I'm there.
Okay. Mohammad Wasim, first of all, many congratulations for your marks. And I tell all the participants that Mohammad Wasim has taken ATX in Urdu language, and he's from UK. So first of all, Wasim, many congratulations to get 78 marks in the paper of advanced taxation. So how do you feel?
So first of all, thank you very much. So I'm feeling great. So I took Urdu language because of your style in it. I watch a online video you was telling about, REIT. So I was inspired. So I felt that you should be my teacher in it. So 78 marks. Yes, I'm quite happy. I'm a bit overexcited because I was not expecting this much marks in it.
Okay, Wasim, that is a very good marks. I told you as earlier, and that is a very good marks. So Wasim, tell us your overall experience with VIFHE and the main questions of the students that can a full-time student or a person with a job. First of all, tell us that you're a full-time student or you are on job.
I'm in full-time job and I'm married. I got 3 noisy kids around me. So thanks to them, they helped me a lot to study. And but the thing is, it's all about passion. And if you have passion, you want to achieve something, it become very easy. And because I've been studying ACCA for 3 years, and this is my first time, I took tuition from someone. Otherwise, I was doing just doing self-study and watching VIFHE, webinar series. And I was inspired by mainly Ehsan Mania and Ahmad Mumtaz. So, but this time, because in UK there were holidays, so I was feeling, the children will be at home, so it will be difficult for me to study. So I took the tuition, and thank you very much. What I was expecting from you, you did the right thing. You are a great teacher, no doubt.
Thank you, Wasim. Okay, Wasim, first of all, tell us that ATX, because we all know that ATX is a very huge course. All student
Yeah.
knows that ATX is a very huge course. So is it doable in 3 months?
Yes, it is. The thing is, teachers, they do their best in it, but the most important thing is students. They should know, what are their weaknesses and what are their strengths. Just like me, I've been studying with you for 3 months. I kept asking you about the questions regarding self-assessment and partnerships because I was weak in these areas. For me, IHT and the corporation tax, I was strong in that. It was not difficult for me at all. So students know, in which area they are lacking. So they should focus on that areas first. So they should not be shy to ask question about the teachers, because the teacher, being teacher, you are teaching about 10, 20, 30 students, maybe 100. You don't know about the background of each teacher. Student just like me, I have an experience working in corporate sector, so I was comfortable with corporate things in it. So it's actually depends on the student. They should know what are their weaknesses, they should focus on these in it.
Okay, Wasim,
So
tell
it's
us.
actually doable. It's actually
Okay,
doable.
okay, that's good. Okay, Wasim, tell us, are the lectures enough, or you have to study by yourself also?
Right, lectures are enough in order to pass, paper. But I have a curiosity, just like in the start, there are some topics like research and development SME. So I was kept browsing. So I learned about RDEC, next level. So every topic, I was kept searching in it just to get more knowledge. Just like in exam, there was a question for 5 marks that was about research and development. So I was quite comfortable because I know more than that in the question and more than the text. So it is really a good idea to look for something more in it,
Okay,
out of the
Wasim,
box, you can say.
tell us about the practice questions. How many questions you practice for the paper, other than I have already done in my lectures?
Frankly speaking, I did about 15 to 20 questions in it. But
Okay.
but I will suggest to students that they should go to practice platform and do at least 2 or 3 mock tests in it. It's really helpful because it reflects the actual environment in it. When I was sitting in the exam, so I was comfortable because everything was I was familiar with the environment. So, and more important, because these are computer-based examinations, so each student must consider, to enhance their typing skill as well. It will save time in it. Another thing I would share, like the every student should aim to attempt at least 99% of question paper or 100%.
Okay, thank you very much, Wasim. And again, many congratulations for this marks. And I hope that you get the nationwide position. Thank you very much for the session.
All right, sir. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much, both the tutor and the student. Moving towards AFM, Taha.
All right. So Shreya, are you there?
Yes, she is.
Hello.
Okay. Hello, Shreya. So first of all, thank you so much for taking out time. I know you had a family commitment and still you are here. So I am very thankful for that. And congratulations for doing wonderful job in AFM and getting 72 marks.
Thank you.
Now,
Thank you.
I will ask you to recommend what actually you did to pass the exam. Recommend 2 or 3 key points, key takeaways for the students who are giving exams in upcoming attempt. So over to you.
Okay, right. Thank you so much, sir, firstly, for this opportunity. Okay, so I actually studied this paper in 45 days. So I didn't have much time to study anything else than what you suggested. So I started with my recorded lectures, with your recorded lectures. I first completed those lectures, and then, as you suggested, to watch a few tabs like September, important tabs, important live sessions tab. I completed those. Then I started with the 5 year past papers. One tip up is that keep doing the 5 year past papers again and again, and the questions in the secret sauce. One question was exactly the same as 2012 question that was in the secret sauce. If it would have not been in the secret sauce, I would not be able to attempt that question. It was literally the ditto question of it. The style
Wow.
of asking, the marks, everything was same. So yeah, secret sauce really worked out for me. And also, yeah, I kept at first I watched your videos. I then I did the September live sessions tag questions separately while watching your videos again. And the third time I started doing it myself. And wherever I was stuck, I referred to your video. So yeah, that is the only way you can practice AFM, I feel, unless you do it yourself.
All right.
Yeah.
Let me know what actually was your strategy about theory. Is the content, the e-notes and the summaries on the portal sufficient, or do a student need to actually read entire study text?
No, to be really honest, I never downloaded the study text. I was
Okay.
only dependent on the exam kit answers, the ACCA answers written at the back, and also the answer summary answers given by you and the 67 pages booklet. That's it. Basically, the ACCA answers and the 67 pages booklet. As I said, I had very less time and I was very scared
Mhm.
about the practical part more than the theory. So I was giving more of my time to practical, and but I was reading the 67 pages booklet twice, thrice, so that I don't miss any theory points too.
All right, excellent. So this means that the booklet was sufficient and there is
More
no
than sufficient.
real, correct. There is no real need to refer any third source or any other material, correct?
No, not a lot. Not at the portal is so heavy with the knowledge. It's like it's impossible to complete the whole portal, to be honest. Each and
Correct.
every sum is solved, even though it is a little cluttered here and there, but you can find each and every sum there. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I feel
All
that
right.
if you do the portal, that's more than enough for practice.
Okay. And
Yes.
one more thing, if you talk about the support services that were given to you from the tutor and the VIFHE team, are
Mhm.
you completely satisfied with the services such as assignments, mock checking, and any other feedback about the query solving, the doubt solving area, because many online students are worried that their questions are not answered. They are just given a recorded set of lectures. So what about assignments, mocks, and the doubt solving area?
Okay, so this is the best part which I felt. I've been taking classes from Wifi from a long time, but I felt that the Taha sir, the support he gives, the words of his encouragement words, and the way he follows up every day. He replies to your message. Each and every doubt is solved. I told him that, sir, your dedication is next level. The one-on-one, each tutor talks about how they'll see you one-on-one, how they solve your doubt, but I've not seen that much the way Taha sir does it. So I really I'm really grateful, and I'm hats off to your dedication, to be really honest.
Okay, thank
And
you so much,
to be
sir.
honest, I did not attend any assignments because, as I said, I was very late running out of
Correct.
time. But mock support was very good. The mock was corrected, it was marked, it was given feedback. Feedback was
All right.
given. Yes.
So you think that the calling part and messaging and asking everyone what they are doing
Mm.
is helpful. It motivates the students, it keeps
Way
them
too much
aligned.
helpful. Yes, it. I felt like I was in a live class because I'm liable to answer you that I did this today or I did do this today. It felt like an offline class because
Okay.
you are following up each day. And I remember you said you called 200, 300 students that day. So
Yes.
yeah, that's crazy.
All right, all right. So thank you so much for taking out time. And once again, congratulations to you. And it is a
Thank you,
very big
sir.
achievement that you did score 72 marks in just 45 days. This is a big achievement.
Thank you so much. It was not at all possible without you. I would like to say one thing, that please make your own notes irrespective of how many ever notes you get. Even if you don't follow any notes, make your own notes. That will be most helpful apart from any other notes you get, however great the tutor is. Without making
Correct.
your own notes, AFM is not possible because you will be missing points that maybe no one will understand that that's a major point, but it will be a major for you. And I
Correct.
missed about 5 marks. I missed 5 marks in AFM. Like, I was not able to complete. I had 5 minutes time, but I felt that in order to answer that 5 marks, I'll have to read the question again. So I felt I better leave that and improvise my other questions, which I know well. So I left
Hmm.
those 5 marks and improvised my other questions. So maybe that added a mark somewhere.
Oh, yes. Okay, one last question. A lot of students in AFM, when they enroll and they start studying from the content, they think that there are very short videos about concepts and there is a lot of practice. So I tell them that AFM is more about practice, because once you do a past paper and then you enter into the scenario, it is going to help you to actually try to understand the language of the examiner. So do you agree with this, that doing practice is more important over here?
Yes, for sure. Because the concepts I feel are just extracted from FM, and a
Okay,
little bit
correct.
is added to it, which you will clearly understand when you do the questions. The questions are very lengthy and very contentful, so you'll not face a problem there. And theory is not very tough to understand, that you have to go through the study text. Don't waste time there. Practice.
Correct, correct.
Yes.
Wonderful talking to you. Thank you so much once again for taking out time from your family commitment. And I'm really happy you did score 72 in just 45 days. This is absolutely stunning.
Thank you. Thank you so much,
Thank you
sir.
so much. Thank
Congratulations
you.
to you too.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, now let's move towards Ahmed Mumtaz. Ahmed, if you can take up two students collectively, please.
Okay, so I've got Mohammed Ahmed. He scored 72 in AAA and he become an ACCA affiliate as well. And I've got Ritisha. She also scored 72 and she's from India. She scored 72 in AA. So guys, are you there? Ahmed, are you there?
Hello, sir. Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, Ahmed, first of all, big congratulations, not only for AAA, but for the overall ACCA. Give me a second, please. Okay. So, Ahmed, so first of all, big congratulations. And I know you are in your university now, right now, so I wish you all the best for your future. So just just a quick question. Um, how do you rate the overall VIFHE experience? How do you, would you like to share something? How was your experience in relation to AAA at VIFHE?
Thank you, sir. First of all, thank you for having me. Sir, my overall experience with WIFHE was really great. It was my first time studying from WIFHE, and I studied both SBL and AAA. And
Okay.
I'm from a very long, you know that, but
So
just
effectively speaking, you passed both papers, SBL and AAA, in the same
yes,
attempt, right? Okay, that's
yes,
great.
sir. Both, alhamdulillah. So yeah, VP was a great experience for me. It was really different because I've studied previously from other institutes, which they only provide with the recorded lectures. But the VP support was quite unique, and I believe VP is quite changing this the educational system and all. The weekly live classes, the mocks, the assignments, they were really great and helpful.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Ahmed. I think this is something which Sir Taha Pupatia was also emphasizing. And I always say this, that at WIFI, it's not a one-off transaction. It is not a one-off exchange of consideration where a student has paid a certain amount of fee and got the lectures and end of the story. No, not really. It's not the case at WIFI. So all those ACCA aspirants who have never started with WIFI, well, it's a note to be noted right now that at WIFI, as Ahmed, who's a very he's an ideal candidate for the national position because 72 in AAA is a great score, and as he's mentioning that the mock exams, the weekly live session, the QD support system, and everything, and the tutors are always engaged with the student, and this is what WIFI is. So it's not just the high definition, high quality, updated lectures, but the support system which creates the success story. Okay, Ahmed, one last question. Uh, as you have already mentioned that the mocks and the assignments were really helpful, any tip or any recommendation which you would like to give, considering you have passed both SBL and AAA, and you are in England right now, I believe, and you are in your university pursuing your masters. So, what's your recommendation to anyone who's going to approach AAA in the upcoming attempt?
Yeah, so for me, something different which I have learned in my professional exams was that I tried to focus on the professional marks, and automatically my answers turned out to be really good, really professional just by focusing on professional skills. So this is something which is a very solid approach. I believe every student should focus on grabbing those 20 professional marks. I mean, they are easy marks. Other than that, it was really simple just by following your plan, your question techniques, and the way you were trying us to, in the live classes to solve the questions, and they were really good. Extensive practice is required for AAA, I would say, and just getting used to the audit language, and that's all you need, I guess.
Thank you very much, Ahmed. And you will remain one of my favorite students. So yeah, it was a good journey with you from AA to AAA. Thank you very much. I wish you all the best, and we will stay connected for sure. So good luck. And yes, Ahmed is absolutely right that those 20 professional marks, it is something which is an underrated area. Students tend to focus more on the main content, the standard or the technical knowledge. But yes, if you're going to pay respect to those 20 professional marks, you will end up scoring big marks. So Emma, thank you very much. Thank you for your time. You can continue with your class in your university. Good luck.
So have a great day.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Ritisha, if you are available, double A, Ritisha, are you there?
Hello, sir. Good evening.
Oh, good evening. Thank you, Ritisha, for for joining the session. Okay, congratulations.
Yes,
Again,
sir.
72
Thank you,
marks
sir.
in double A is as good as 90 marks in tax or FR. No offense to the tax or FR tutors, but it is what it is because double A is a discussion-based paper and it's really challenging to, cope up
Yes,
with
sir.
everything. So, Ritisha, first of all, congratulations. Secondly, briefly, what was your overall experience in relation to double A with VIFHE, mocks, assignment, the support, the WhatsApp group, anything you would like to share?
Sir, actually, my experience was really positive and very impressive also. And materials that was very well structured and support from you was really excellent. And course content was really clear and short and was very helpful for revision purpose also. I used to watch your lectures for twice or thrice if I'm confused with my doubts and queries. And your webinar series was really helpful that my doubts got cleared, like which technical words to use and what answer framing should be in the exam. And I used to ask you that response is correct or not. Like my doubts got cleared that time that what language I supposed to use in the exam, like what technical words I should use because double A requires technical language, not only our words but also words from text and which are very important keywords. Thank you, sir. Thank you so
So
much.
most welcome, and I wish you all the best for your upcoming or remaining ACC exams. And you are a star. And I remember, I think you joined a bit late, right? When did you join the batch?
Not sir, not very late, but at the middle of the starting, like after 15 days.
Yeah. After 15 days. Okay.
Yeah,
Anyways,
yeah.
thank you very much, and I wish you all the best for your upcoming exams. Stay aggressive, and Wifi is proud of you, and good luck. Thank you very
Thank you,
much.
sir.
Thank
Thank
you.
you,
Over
sir.
to Sir Rizwan.
So let's now move towards the last student, the last paper, and that is for Aisha Faisal.
First of all, congratulations, Matthew, on
Okay.
scoring 72 in financial reporting. One thing about Matthew, I would like to tell you all that he was a very dedicated student. A lot of to and fro he would do for doubts, for mocks, for anything. So, yes, he was a very well invested student in the course. Now, Matthew, first thing from your side, are you a full-time student or are you working as well?
Oh no, I'm a working student. I'm working in a bank.
Okay. So if you were working, then how many hours were you able to dedicate for your financial reporting studies on a day?
Okay, on a daily basis, I close by 5, so from 5 to 7, that is 2 hours before going home. I sit in the office. Then if I go home, also I also sit down from 10 to 12. So that's like 4 hours each day.
Okay. Okay, that is quite decent, I would say. And what was your preparation source? Did you use the VIFHE portal well, and did you use the study hub questions well? And if you did, then how many rounds did you practice of each of them?
Yes, and to add up to that, I also studied the entire day on Saturdays and Sundays. So for the study resources, the one available in the portal was just enough. As you said, if you want to pass, you can focus on the one in the portal. So I went through the entire portal. Then after you texted in the group telling us that if you want to rank, can you please text me privately? So I chatted you privately. That's when it started telling us that okay, if you want to rank, you need to go through study hub questions twice. So I made sure that I went through the study hub questions twice, and then the CBE platform also twice, both especially section A and B. And then you asked us to go through Kaplan kit once, that is if you had some extra time. So I also went through the Kaplan kit once. So this is what really helped me.
Okay. So the strategy was for if you are looking to pass, then portal questions were more than enough. But if you're looking to rank, then yes, you could have banked on extra resources, be a little proactive. That's absolutely right. Now, which is the area which you thought required most attention in FR? Was it consolidation? Was it single entity? Or was it other, small single chapters? Which area?
Okay, in FR, like you said, you need to finish the entire syllabus. And then, the section A and B consist of 60 questions, 60 marks. So basically, I focused more on the section A and B, and then knowing fully well that ratio was compulsory. So I also focused on ratio because I don't know whether consolidation or single entity will come, which one will come. So I did that, but I put more attention on ratio and section A and section B. And concerning ratio, before the exam, you asked us to go through a particular ratio question from your webinar. So when we went through that ratio question, and the exam, the ratio question that came was just exactly similar to what you were treating on that day. So that was really helpful.
Excellent, excellent. I think we all turned out to be really lucky that way. And one more thing, how many mocks did you plan to attempt and how many finally were you able to attempt before the exam? And did they help you eventually?
Okay, so yes, the mocks really, really helped me so much. And I remember contacting you, and you told me that I should be doing mocks every Saturday and Sunday. So every Saturday and Sunday, I take time to do the mocks. So basically, all the questions that are in the CBA platform, I did them. So I did like up to 5 mocks, and then I solved all those questions also that were on the CBA platform. So the mocks, basically, I did around 5 mocks.
Okay, great. And the last thing from you that I would want to know is that how did you manage to retain the FR knowledge for every standard till the exam date? What trick did you use?
Oh, to remember those things, it have your cheat sheet. You call it the cheat sheet. So I used your cheat sheet for example, if I'm solving a question and then the question is a bit tricky, then I go to the cheat sheet, look at it. So the cheat sheet is exactly on point. So when I just do this cheat sheet, then it really brings me back and the concept is back. And then so it's the cheat sheet that gives me the ability to recall them because they are just very summarized and then there are no plenty notes. It was just strict on the standard.
Okay, thank you so much, Matthew. Thanks for being here. Over to you, Rizwan sir.
Okay. That's it, guys. It was a bit lengthy, but definitely we covered all the papers of skill and professional, and those who are listening today will listen the recordings later on. They can really pick important things from all these experiences shared by students. There are some common things that you guys need to follow. Anyways, let's move towards the Q&A. I would want students to please ask questions in the chat box. You have the access to the chat box one by one. Please start asking the questions. Initially, there were some questions at the start, but obviously I cannot go back to those questions. So I will request students to ask questions one by one. I'll try that we cover all your questions. Okay. Now, we have a question, first of all, for AFM. Sir Taha, if you can quickly sum up, a student failed AFM 4 times, and what is a quick suggestion here?
All right. I can see that the student got above 45 marks. So it is very near every time, except one time he got 39. I will recommend him to do a lot of past papers and if possible, solve the most recent past paper and submit his answer to me. I will check and let him know where actually he is going wrong. Because there is some problem in doing the past paper, like typing or in any calculation, maybe he's not using the formula, not using the proper report format, because someone who has done 4 times, AFM 4 times, very difficult, very rare that he must be lacking in concepts. So you can solve a paper and give it to me. I will provide you a feedback report.
Okay, Tahad, just a minute. I need to ask you any tips for AFM because last time, as you mentioned, the student is also mentioning the paper was quite difficult to. So, how to cope up with that difficulty for December?
Yes, comparatively, the exam paper was difficult, no doubt. But if we talk about recent attempts, they have been very easy as compared to the AFM attempts in 2012, 13, and 14, and back 10 years back. So it is my practice that I ask my students to solve old past papers. Just like Shreya mentioned that there was a question in my secret sauce from 2012, and it was as it is in this attempt as well. Just slight change of wordings and numerical values. So my suggestion to students is that if you are practicing AFM, you must do past papers before 2017 as well because at that time the questions used to be much more tricky, difficult, and more lengthy than the recent 3 or 4 or maybe 5 years. So doing old past papers is one big success strategy that the students must follow.
Okay, great. I hope the question has been answered. Sir Hassan, student is asking to start SBL now. So is it possible if the student starts now, will be able to pass for December 24?
Right. So, couple of things the student needs to consider. Number one, how many papers he or she is giving in December. If it is one paper, which is SBL, then you need to spend minimum 3 to 4 hours on a daily basis from now onwards. If you can spare 3 to 4 hours on a daily basis, then yes, it's very much doable if we adopt a smart approach. But if you are working or if you can't give 3 to 4 hours on a daily basis, then it would be a bit risky and you might rethink about March.
Okay, great. Ma'am Sania, student, we have one question for TX, failed TX for the 5th time. So what will be your suggestion? The conceptual lectures were seen completely, but still not being able to pass.
See, sir, what I believe, and she can tell the better, that had the students been able to do like sufficient practice before appearing in the exam, and by practice, I don't mean to say that by just looking at the question and then having a look at the answer, by solving it on the Excel, on the portal, that actually makes the student confident, and that's how you become able to score well. Secondly, for all the students who fail generally in between 45 to 49 marks are those who generally do not become able to like completely attempt their exam. So they do get stuck at different points, and especially while attempting section A and section B of taxation, where like a little bit conceptual thing is required. I mean, when it comes to OTs, in the first two statements, you feel as if the examiner is going to ask you about the advantages of certain thing. But in the last statement, he actually turns the whole thing and asks you specifically that what is like going to be the non-beneficial part in the whole context. So it's like if you have practiced well, then you would be able to go less stuck while attempting the exam, and that's how you'll be able to manage it well and you'll be able to pass your exam. That's the only thing which I can say. Well, the student can tell better that had she been able to attempt her paper completely or not. That's the basic issue. That's what I feel.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much for the detailed answer. The student can contact the tutor later as well. Sir Hassan, Ikra Salim wants to know, she is doing SBL and that's for the first time. So do you recommend her to start ATX now for December, both being the first attempt?
Oh, no, not at all. First of all, I always suggest that SBL should be given as a standalone paper wherever possible, because in my long experience, I have seen that 90% of the students, they fail SBL when they give it along with any other paper. So already time is less in December, and giving two big papers for the first time is extremely risky. So I suggest that you select any one paper which is your strength area and defer the other one to later stage.
Okay, great. Another student is asking regarding the ranking for ECE student. No, if you have given paper again, no matter how many marks you scored, you will not be part of that ranking list. Okay. Now, we have a question for Aisha Faisal for FR. Then the student has the marks of 42, and the student is asking that now after 42, do student need to take tutor's guide or practice platform practice would be enough?
Okay. So, Umar, this will really depend upon your knowledge. Now, if you have no knowledge gap, but practice is the area where you were lacking, then you can still maybe cover that 8 mark with, self-practice. Still, I will highly recommend you to use the portal because I already have the pre-recorded lectures on questions as well. So, yes, if knowledge is good, practice could be done self-study. But if there is a huge knowledge gap, then I wouldn't recommend you to do a self-study at this point of time. I would highly recommend enter into the course, cover your knowledge gap, do the practice along with for what the questions are available on the portal, and I'm sure this 8 mark is going to be, easy to cover.
Okay, one more question, Aisha, if you can quickly answer. SBR with the advanced audit in December for a part-time student, is it possible?
No, there are too many red flags there. One, you're saying that it's with another subject, and then again, you're saying that you're a part-time student, not even a full-time student. So I would say a big no to this. Please stick to one subject. Again, like how Hassan sir says, which is your core subject, right? So at this point of time, stick to a core subject of yours, like the one which you're more comfortable with.
Okay, great. Thank you. Ahmed, we have a question for AAA. The student appeared for the exam, attempted 95 marks, scored 47, almost the half of that. Should the student go for administrative review? And this is a very common question, so I want you to answer this in a detailed way. There are so many students who do ask us. They end up getting marks at 49, 48, maybe 47, and they are very much confused. Should they go for administrative review? And if not, so any tips you have for this student who is appearing for AAA again?
Well, as far as administrative review is concerned, I have never ever faced or heard any successful story. Never ever in the last 14 years or so. Well, for example, if I tell you, yes, I know a couple of guys who had successful, administrative review, that creates a doubt over the integrity and over the overall infrastructure of the ACC examination system, because everyone will start doubting the ACC examination process, and everyone will have this temptation. Okay, let's go for the administrative review. Maybe I will have a chance. Maybe I will get. So please delete this thought out of, delete this idea is not going to work for anyone. ACC has got a very rigorous and a very smart system. They remark, not exactly, sorry, they recalculate those papers which fall somewhere in between 47 and 53. So you don't have to go for administrative review, not at all. Instead of focusing on that, I think you need to join resit batch. You need to make sure your assignments are marked, your script is marked, your mock exam is marked. You need to be involved in an ecosystem where you will not be provided with the lectures only, but with all that support. And as a result of that, you will pass the paper on Monday, 2nd December 2024.
Okay, great. Sir Hassan, when your revision classes will start, the exact date or any approximate date?
Right, the revision classes for SBL is planned to start on or about 5th of November. So the enrollments will start on 1st of November.
Okay, great. Okay, Mars, you mentioned about APM 36%. Marks are low, to be honest. I think there is some knowledge base lacking as well as practice a lot. You need to practice a lot. So knowledge wise, you need to improve yourself. And then maximum practice you should do. You should write the answers. If not complete, just think about the bullet points and do ensure that you should know how to elaborate the bullet points. This is something, I've seen a lot students think about 7-8 points. They know we'll write it, but once they start elaborating it, they are short of words, and that is just because of lack of practice. Okay, so sometimes you do have points in your mind, but you are not able to elaborate that according to the marks and the requirements. So make sure you practice in such a way that you should know how to elaborate it. Okay, now moving towards another question. Is it possible to clear FRPM starting from now? No, I will not recommend you, even though you tagged Aisha, but I think if it's PM with FR, so I don't think, if this is for the first time, both papers together will be difficult. And if you just ask me PM in isolation, I'll say no. But I don't know about FR. So what is your quick input, Aisha? FR in isolation?
Yeah, FR in isolation, because you are saying you're a full-time student, is still possible. So my understanding is from now, if you start, you have another roughly 45 to 50 days. If you're able to give 5 hours on a daily basis, 4 to 5 hours, then yes, in isolation, it's possible.
Okay. Grace, APM 34%. Again, I would say marks are low. Knowledge based lacking is definitely there. Plus, practice is important. Application is very important in APM. You need to practice. Maybe if you are doing self study, then I would say that reading few past paper answers will give you the idea. But again, you cannot replicate past paper answers. So don't have that expectation. And this is not needed as well in the examination. Uh, there are few examiner reports. The recent one you should read to get an idea where exactly you are doing wrong. Okay. So practice is important and knowledge base improvement is needed for APM. Okay. Another question, I cannot see the name properly for APM sessions. If you want to join, you can join the reset batch. We have a class on Monday, that is the reset orientation. You can join APM reset orientation. And after that, you can join the batch. If you are giving paper again, if this is your first attempt, I will not recommend you because days are left less and you have to practice more. Okay. Okay. Now, Umar, I think I did answered the Umar's question. Attempted double A, but I cannot finish exam score 37. Okay. Quick one, Ahmed. Double A advice for Umar. Score 37 in the last attempt.
Okay,
And
37
should he
is
go for FR and double A both?
Well, first of all, 37 is not an impressive score. 37 reflects that there are a lot of problems, genuine problems with respect to the practice, maybe with respect to the concepts as well. Maybe certain topics are not fully covered. So if I would say don't go for double A and FR because 48, 49 could have, made me think of it. But as of now, I think if you are already studying FR, stick to FR, finish off your, exam preparation, attempt FR exam. Once you're done with your FR exam on 5th December, then you can start two papers, A double A and B another paper. Two double A would be a repeat paper and another brand new paper.
Okay. Sir Hassan's reset classes are starting from Wednesday, if I'm not wrong. Wednesday is the orientation. So the reset batch will start from Wednesday. You can be part of the reset orientation. And after that, you can join this batch and definitely you'll get the guidance from the tutor as well. Okay. So, Zeenat Akram, I think for AFM, once you will be part of the batch, Sir Taha does reveal that every time before the examination. So you will get to know the list of those questions under the name of Secret Sauce. So, guys, thank you very much for your questions and those who are part of the session as well. Now, there are important announcements that I need to make for you people as to what you can do later on to ask the questions. Uh, First of all, we are offering a reset batch starting from tomorrow, and you can grab up to 50% off depending on the papers that you select and the attempt. So the reset batch will start from tomorrow. The reset orientations are starting from tomorrow. I'll just show you the timetable in a while. Let me just clarify this, that this reset batch is a regular batch. The reason for changing the name is that we are giving this at a discount. That's it. The rest, everything is same in terms of the pre-recorded content. The live classes that have already been held will be given to you in form of recordings. The one that are still to be held, you can be part of those live classes, assignments, the remaining assignments, mock, the last month revisions. So you will get access to 100% course. That's the best thing. I always say to research students that you opt for this batch if you want complete course, and if you're like, no, we don't need to watch all the things again. So I do tell them that it's up to you. You can make your own strategy by looking at the reset course. Focus on your weaker areas more because the content is with you 24/7. So you can just plan according to what you want. You can focus on weak areas and leave the easy areas. Maybe just skim those areas later on. So this is the reset batch. But if you think that no, we need to be part of the revision course, we do not want to watch the complete content and it may confuse us. We need more specific topics, the one that are more likely to be tested in the upcoming December exam. So for you, it's the revision course approximately starting from 5th November. So you can be part of those revision courses. Let me clear you one thing, that revision course and reset course, the major difference is of the content only. Revision course will have limited topics, but it will include mocks. It will include revision, live classes, and mocks. So again, that is again very important thing as far as exams are concerned, the practice and the mocks, right? So that will start from 5th of November. You can see the timetable now. You can just select your own papers. I will strongly advise, if you want to enroll with VIFHE or if you don't want to enroll with VIFHE, these orientations are free starting from tomorrow. You can see day 1 till day 6. The tutors and the classes are written with the timings. So at least join these reset orientation, whatever paper you want to, because in these orientations, what tutors do, they do discuss the key problems, the major reason for failures. They do give their input how to overcome those, and the most important thing is they give you a plan for the remaining 45 days. That is a hidden secret, I would say, and you can just follow that plan and make your attempt successful. So I will highly recommend all of you to be part of these reset orientations. The link of the classes will be shared in respective groups and on our social media pages as well. So I hope this is clear to you as far as the timetable is concerned. One more thing I need to add here, those students who wanted to ask questions or we have not been able to answer their questions. So you can be part of these specific sessions in relation to the subject, and you can ask based questions, and I'm sure the tutor will be there. So you will be getting answers in a more detailed, comprehensive way. Okay, so these are the details for contacting VIFHE, our social media pages, and definitely the team. The numbers are here. You can contact the team for any enrollment related details and any other thing for the links and all. So this was our another post-result review session, and almost it's the end. So before I end the session, I just want you to give, I just wanted to let you know that don't be demotivated. You will never be called as a failure until you stop uh, uh, working hard, definitely. So you have to work hard. You have to come back strong. It's just a professional exam. It's a professional qualification. It happens. Come on, it happens. It's not that you're not competent enough. You don't have the skills. Maybe you have given paper 6, 7 times and you're not able to pass a particular paper. So you just have to learn from the mistakes. Just sit alone, think, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 1 hour, talk to yourself and just try to figure out something went wrong. Come on, your examiner and you are not enemies for each other. They don't look at your name, your faces. They don't discriminate. If you are according to the exam level, they will give you a pass. So you have to realize what went wrong. And once you come back after the failure, you will be a total different person, I'm telling you. And for you, then next time, whatever shortcomings will be, whatever problems you will face, you will come back hard. You will learn from that. So please don't give up. Don't give up. You can contact the VIFHE specialist tutors for help, for motivation, and do join these reset orientations. Before I end, as always, I'll request Sir Hassan to give his ending note and then he'll end the session. So from my side, best of luck. Thanks for joining. Those who will watch the recordings, make sure that if you have any question, you can contact our team for any support. Thank you very much. From my side, Rizwan Mania signing off. Over to Sir Hassan.
Right. Thank you, sir. So when students, they are not successful, in my experience, there are two types of students who do not pass. So 1/3 of the students are those who had worked really hard. They gave the required amount of time, but still they were not able to pass. So for these students, I would say that it's more of a bad luck because you really worked hard. So just don't lose your motivation. This happens with a lot of professional exams. Just maintain your motivation and follow your tutor, the guidelines, and you will pass because because you worked hard. All right. And 2/3 of the students I have seen are those students who just start their preparation in the last couple of weeks because of their job or whatever reason. They don't really give their 100% consistently. You have heard all the high scorers. It's all about practicing, especially in the strategic professional paper. Just listening or watching the video is not enough because you have to practice. So those of you, be honest with yourself that if you have not given consistent time, if you have not given your 100%, then you need to prioritize your stuff and you plan your next 2 months in such a manner that you give your 4 or 5 hours on a daily basis. If there is insufficient input, there will be insufficient output, right? And again, the team is always there to support you, whether you are a paid student or you are not a paid student, doesn't matter to us. All we want is you pass, but you need to give your 110%. In the last, there are hundreds of messages from students. We are not able to reply to them on a real time basis. So if you know, your best chance is to connect with us in the reset orientation as per the schedule so that we can discuss subject wise challenges and problems. With that, thank you so much for joining. Wish you all the best. Thank you and good night.